This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Brent Charleton. He is the president and CEO of EnWave Corporation. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is ENW on the TSX Venture. And EnWave will be presenting at our upcoming virtual event, the SNN.Network Canada virtual event, happening December 7th through 9, 2021. To register and see EnWave's presentation, please go to canada.snn.network. And with that, Brent, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Thanks for having me, Robert.
It's great to have you. So we've done a number of interviews in the past. You've also presented at a few of our events already. But for those that may not have seen any of that content just yet, can you give us that one line that best describes EnWave?
Sure. EnWave is a high technology company that is commercializing a patented dehydration technology primarily in the food and cannabis industries through a licensing and royalty business model.
Very good. All right. So the last time we did an interview together, we published that on April 16th, 2021. So love to get an update. What would you say are some of the company's highlights since then?
Yeah, well, since we last spoke, I'd point to some of the progress that's happening behind the curtain. I'd say without obviously this update being disclosure of material information, we've continued forth with our partner Dole, whom we announced entering into a global strategic partnership to develop nutritious snack products as well as functional ingredients. And so that's really taken off with 3 specific projects, which we're excited about telling the market more in the early new year. As well, we've successfully installed several of our large-scale continuous machines at US-based cannabis companies. So we now have royalties being generated in that space, which we're excited about, as well as having a large-scale or several large-scale installations available for other potential adoptees of the technology to go and visit. And then our financials are coming forth on December 15th. So I'm excited to talk about those results on December 16th at our investor conference call, which should highlight the continued path towards sustained profitability with the parent company, which is the licensing and royalty aspect of our business. And then also a significant decrease in expenses for our wholly owned operating subsidiary company called NutraDried, who produces the Moon Cheese snack product in the US.
Very good. So what have you been seeing? What are some of the trends that you've seen? I mean, in food and snack business that maybe might be some tailwinds for EnWave?
Yeah, it's only intensified post the intensity of the pandemic on its initial onset, where a lot of these larger consumer packaged goods companies are engaged with us now, looking at different healthy, shelf-stable options to bring to their consumer base. And they've been very aggressive in pushing these projects forward. So we're hopeful that several of them will convert into long-term licensed partners for us in 22. And that's kind of part and parcel of the guidance that I provided last quarterly conference call, where we're hoping to double the amount of large-scale machines that we sell during fiscal 22. That would be 10 versus, well, actually our target was 5. We consummated 4 in fiscal 21. And if we're successful in doing that, we should be very profitable. We're also looking forward to our royalties moving up from about $1 million through the 12 months in fiscal 21 to somewhere in the range of 1.5 to 2 million next year. And that's a direct result of the installations that were aforementioned in the US cannabis space, as well as some international large scale food operations getting started up. One of them being in Barcelona that's taking place actually this week to produce cheese snack products for a company called Patatas Fritas.
Look, I think it would be really cool also to provide our audience with a little bit of perspective on the dehydration technology and how that might actually help some of these folks out there that are developing different consumer packaged goods, and why that actually increases the shelf space, or I don't know if that's the right phrase, but the longevity, I guess.
Shelf stability. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Shelf stability.
Well,
there it is.
To be forthright, there are several different options to dry food products, but why do companies want to evaluate our patented technology and use it commercially is due to the lower cost of production when compared to more expensive freeze drying, while still being able to retain high level nutritional value and flexibility in terms of how much moisture can be drawn out of the product homogeneously and still making that product shelf stable. So it provides the user with flexibility in terms of textures, either very dry and crunchy or a softer, more malleable texture for different unique product innovations that can't be replicated with air drying or freeze drying or spray drying. So it gives them an opportunity to carve out a pretty unique competitive advantage in certain verticals.
Very good. All right. So then moving forward, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now going into 2022?
We have, I would say, close to 10 material decision points taking place between Q2 and Q3. So for us, that starts in January and will end in June. With some of our larger partners, which have already been using our technology at a smaller scale of manufacture. And they're leaning towards making decision points on the potential purchase of large scale equipment. And then that would include Dole, company Calbee, which many of you might be familiar with, the largest Japanese snacking folks. US Army later in the calendar year, next year, to do military rations. And in the cannabis space, it's a little bit different than our food partners in that they're introducing a product without needing consumer acceptance. They're just looking at our technology as a cost reduction mechanism. So the propensity to scale quickly and buy multiple machines is really exciting for us. And that's what we're pursuing to hit our mark, our guidance of 10 large scale purchase orders in fiscal 22.
Very good. All right, Brent, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on EnWave?
Visit our website, which is www.enwave.net. And please always reach out if you have questions to clarify any of our guidance or corporate developments.
Very good. Well, Brent, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.